Brighton and Modi are professional drinkers with so many passing out experiences. So please don't try this at home because alcohol may be hazardous to health.
So we're talking behind the camera that
Yeah.
how we open this show is that we're gonna say we're back again.
Yeah, dude. Because I think it's been a process.
Yeah,
You've been doing Victoria Falls as a country for a while,
yeah,
representing the country
yeah,
and the city.
yeah. Same thing to me, man.
And we did check in Victoria Falls
Yeah,
and showcasing Victoria Falls of its uniqueness and how amazing it is as a city, fam.
yeah,
Yeah, and with you doing your show, allow me to say this though, Brighton.
yeah,
Victoria Falls as a country was one of those shows whereby it showcased Victoria Falls in a light that nobody could be able to see it. And I am
Oh,
glad
thanks, man.
though. No, dude, I'm not trying to suck up. And I'm glad though that was part of 2 of your episodes.
yeah. Guys, welcome to this podcast. We call this Victoria Falls Saturdays. Coming to you every Saturday on
Yeah.
the platform that you are. We're going to be on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify.
Everywhere. Ask your grandma, she knows. Yeah.
Your
No, grandma
mother-
knows.
Your mother's phone.
Gilf. They know.
No, man. Today we have an amazing person.
Yeah, we've got Brent Williamson. He hates it if we put the Williamson.
Yeah, man.
Partnered with, part of the Victoria Falls Carnival.
Yeah.
Part of Victoria Falls Marathon. Owner of Adventure Zone. What else? He's got so many things on board.
The coolest human being you'll meet
Yo.
in a long time.
Yo. Yeah.
But before we start speaking, I think
Very important part.
we need to get cocktails going. So if you one of our biggest partners for this podcast is going to be Royal Mobile Bar, ran by an amazing person. Came from my mother. He's an amazing person, taller than me. Doesn't have a beard, but it's an amazing person who.
Can we get the cocktails though,
Let's
dude?
get the cocktails going. Sorry, man.
Awkward introduction.
So what's the name of this cocktail? Bud?
The Putin's nuclear.
Why?
Why? Because Putin is bombing Ukraine.
Yeah, so thank you to Lionel for coming up with the booze that we'll be drinking today. Yeah, you'll see us drink most of these beers during the show.
And we also have Link on board. Thank you for setting up the venue through Inkindaba Guest Lodge. That was amazing. We truly appreciate the chance to be here.
Yeah.
And we're going to be giving away 1 free cheese and this yogurt. So, Brighton, you know what, man? I'm glad that we finally doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a process, though.
It is. It's been a process.
And for us to get through to the space, fam, I really want to ask one thing.
Yeah,
What has been going on in your life for the past week or so?
man.
Because it's been a while since we catched up.
So I was trying to come up with really special things to say when we opened the show. But
Yeah.
I think one of the most special things that I did this week was to watch an indie movie on Netflix called I don't know, man. Yo, stuck. What's the name of that movie? What's the name of that movie you gave me with the Indonesian guys, Thai guys fighting all over the movie?
Who are Fistful of Vengeance?
Fistful of
Oh!
The one with Peltus.
That's where I'm going.
South African Peltusi.
South African Peltus
she was
was,
there with a nice name. Very nice South African name, Zama, but she was.
No, but
the Interpol, right? But
yeah, she was
weird, but-
Interpol.
Nah, but before we even get to the movie, though, I have a crush on Peltusi, though.
So if you have a crush on Peltus,
What?
You should watch Fistful of. It's basically like a spin-off of.
Peltusi?
They call it.
I hope
Yeah,
you get to
this-
see this.
this is my
Can
point.
we? We can't get married.
We're cutting off the
okay, so I was saying, so I got to watch Fistful of Vengeance.
Yeah.
It's an amazing movie because I enjoy action movies. Like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
just senselessly beating each other. But also,
So you like violence, in short.
Yeah, I do.
Let's hope, let's hope you're not abusive. When
watching violence.
Anyway, however, though, I hope my girlfriend's not listening. There's a sex scene that has Peltusi in it, Every guy should
Like,
watch it.
did she get laid during the movie?
She did.
I know, I'm done. This show is over. Like, seriously.
Yeah, so
Let's get brain coming. Let's get brain coming.
Okay, it's
so,
fine.
But
Don't just say we're over. Go on.
But anyway, my point was, Netflix or the internet is such really rich content, especially when you find African people represented like that. It made me feel so tingly inside, not because Feltus is hot, but because it's an African actor doing African things.
You're trying to be diplomatic here. It's fine.
So
Yeah.
that's what I did during this week. I watched Netflix, and because of my brother, I also watched some indie series that was amazing. I don't want to talk about that, but if you haven't watched Fistful of Vengeance, go watch it because Peltus is in it for no other reason.
All right, that's cool. All right, I obviously followed the Russian Ukraine war.
I don't know why I'm laughing because it's serious news, but
Yeah, but still, though, I hope that we don't get pushed into that whole World War III as Africans, because we don't need to be there, because already we've got problems. We need to buy sugar. Yeah.
a friend of mine on a serious note was talking about how there's been wars all around the world, right? And the moment Russia invades a country that has white people in it, everyone just
Now it
squares up.
sounds weird. We've been dealing with DRC for how long now? Get it?
I'm not trying to bring race here.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with race, but it has everything to do with the fact that everyone, thinks that Africa is where the war should be, and
it's weird.
it's sad, right?
It's-
Because
yeah.
Europe has been the hotspot for all the deadly wars in the world: World War One, World War Two, the Cold War, the Balkans. Everything has been in Europe, and we don't speak about that. So I think that's something that's been bothering me for a minute.
All right, so on Thursday, I checked out something which was weird. I noticed that Kim Kardashian has officially parted ways with Kanye West. And there was like a whole process because Kanye didn't want the divorce. And she had to pull it through. And I was thinking to myself, like, yo, fam, how do we get to that space, though?
Yeah, look, it's difficult to go through a divorce. It's difficult
How?
to go through a breakup in
But
any way.
he's not the one that's supposed to be not scared of it, if you get my point, though. Because he's already $1 billion rich. And
Well, Kim is richer though, so
you think so?
I would not want to leave a girl who I'm married to who is richer than me. Why? Why? No, like why would I want to leave that?
But I think he's going through a thing, though. And he's been ranting on social media, and that has been difficult. And right now, I feel like, hey, I'm stuck at a phase whereby I'm scared because we might lose him as a person because people have been killing themselves, though.
Speaking of losing people, Ricky Rick, man.
Yeah, you get it. 'Cause
Like, I remember when I saw the news, I didn't believe that it happened. Like it's just. So for those who don't know who Ricky Rick is,
he's a South African hip hop artist.
who hung himself,
Yeah.
apparently. And look, here's what's depressing. The suicide rates in the world are horribly skewed towards men killing themselves.
Especially during the past 3 years, as we were going through COVID-19. Like, where would you want to kill yourself, though, Hayes? Are you going through a thing?
So someone said, until you get to a point where you want to kill yourself, you don't know why, or you don't know how that feels. Because we can talk about suicide in a way where like, oh, he was selfish, or he was going through a thing, but we don't know what he was going through because as far as I know you're not suicidal, right?
How do you know?
As far as that's what I said.
Like, how do you know?
As far as I know
Okay,
you,
fine.
right? You're not, but that means you can't relate to someone who actually then does hang themselves.
Yeah.
Because we don't know why. And we can easily talk about how suicide is
It's just-
selfish,
yeah.
but it's not. It's someone who's been going through a thing that they can't really deal with.
One of the worst people that I felt like, even though I never got to meet him, Chester.
I was a big fan of Chester Bennington.
Yeah. Linkin Park was like the thing, and me losing Ricky and also losing him, Ricky Chester, to me it was a blow. Like, yo, this is something that, these are our heroes.
Yeah, man.
So if I'm a normal person working 9 to 5, or in Africa it's 8 to 5, whatever, you obviously going through a thing. How do you deal with that to make sure that you don't get to
one
get
way
to that end?
One way we need to deal with it is talking about it, which is why we have this podcast. Remember
Yeah.
when we're talking during the week when we're spacing out about what this podcast is going to be like, what we're going to talk about. One of the biggest things that we wanted to talk about was we want to give a platform where people can travel, say to Vic Falls,
Yeah.
and be able to be in a space where they can talk about things. Because obviously with Vic Falls you can get drunk off this flying Bantu ale, but you also can meet other people from all over the world and talk to people, and that's one of the ways we can deal with that. We need to talk about it, and yeah. Okay, so that was a lot of depressing stuff we're talking about, but it is true. We do need to mind our mental health and just talk about that a lot more. We don't have enough of it in conversation, so we do need to make sure that we have a lot more of that in conversation. But to deal with the depressing stuff, we'll just have someone a little less depressing coming on. Yeah, so on the show we have Brent Williamson. Feels kind of weird saying your full name, man.
Yeah, just call me Brent, man. Brent's fine. You don't have to say Williamson. I mean, who the hell see?
But we're glad to have you on the show, though.
Yeah, thank you very much for the invite,
even
guys.
though we've been mates for a while now.
Who you?
Yeah, thanks man for coming through. But I know everyone knows you, but it would help that you just let people know who you are.
Okay, cool, man. Well, I've been in the Falls for like nearly 30 years.
Yeah,
Started off as a video kayaker and photographer,
yeah,
and then started my own lab, broke away from that company, started my own lab, merged with SAFPAR, and then eventually in 2019 took the whole company by myself and bought my other partners out and carried on, and since then it's been a bloody disaster.
yeah. So if my dad's watching, playing with cameras pays. I'm gonna be a Brent when I grow up. But yeah, it's the main reason why we have you today. Before we get to spaz out, I mean, it's been quite a long time before the carnival came back. It's almost 2 years since we.
Yeah, well,
last carnival.
2019 was the last event that we held.
I can't remember when that was. I wasn't.
Were you born yet?
But how have you been
Touche,
dealing?
touche.
How have you been dealing with, the whole gap of 2 years now, and trying to survive as the carnival?
Well, as the carnival, trying to survive during that period has been a nightmare. I mean, we tried to, in 2020, we tried to get the permissions to hold it again,
Yeah.
and we just got blocked by Ministry of Health and
lots of things were
the
happening at that time.
National Arts Association of Zim, which is understandable because the COVID thing was kicking and
Yeah,
booting.
Yeah.
And then since then, we've literally just been waiting until things are going to improve. And then suddenly we thought, okay, well, this is cool. Everything's going great. And then what happens? Omicron.
Yeah.
That comes through. But there was also that thing of switching up the dates for the carnival.
Yeah, because
we
we
felt like there was like a really big strategic move, maybe. Or
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll tell you why we did it mainly
Yeah.
is because to do a New Year's function, I don't know, I don't know how you guys feel, but I mean, like, if I'm going to go to an event for New Year's, I'm not going to go there every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to go
Somewhere
to
different.
somewhere here,
Yeah.
then somewhere different the next time. And also on the New Year's, I mean, the artists' charges are ludicrous. The accommodation is ludicrous, and there's
Yeah.
limited availability. So we thought, well, let's move it to. Well, we were thinking Easter, then we thought, no, well, Easter is also going to be busy anyway.
Yeah.
So let's go for a quieter period where we can actually try and help boost the tourism into Victoria Falls. So we thought, well, let's do it at the end of April. It is with the 1st of May being a public holiday. It's a long weekend, and there's a public holiday in South Africa on the Thursday.
Oh,
So
yeah,
so all
yeah,
they have to
yeah.
do for
that's
guys
smart.
to come
Yeah, that's
smart.
for a 6-day visit, they got to take 1 day off work. You know what I mean?
That's-
It's
yeah.
Makes
so we
sense.
thought, well, let's jam that in there. And also on New Year's, you never get corporate involvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Because
the
there's a lot
families
of
have
things
scattered.
happening,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
they close their companies and they pack on. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
go wherever. So this way, we've now got corporate sponsorships coming in and wanting to take stands or their own tents and that sort of thing, and bring their VIPs. You know what I mean?
And you guys moved it to the Elephant Hills this year.
Yeah. The school's been great. I
Yeah.
mean, it's been an awesome venue. We've got to cater for growth now.
Yeah.
So if you have a look at that driving range, I mean, at the moment the perimeter is about net 465 meters or something for the event,
I wouldn't
which
know.
is huge. It's
I don't play golf.
it's like 11,000. No, it's not on the golf field, bro. It's on the driving range.
I don't know what that is.
So you practice how to play golf.
Oh, okay.
So what they do is they've got like a tee box, and you smack your ball as far as you can or wherever you can, and you get a big bucket of balls. You know, they're
Please
pretty,
stop
pretty
saying
cheap
balls.
balls. Yeah, I've always been worried about the balls issue, but knowing that I have a fine set, it's not a problem.
So what I'm picturing here is it was more on the strategic move to make an event whereby you're not coming into Victoria Falls for any seasonal. It's not Christmas, it's not Easter, it's not whatever. It's not a holiday. You are trying to create your own holiday when it comes to Southern African tourism.
Yeah, and it gels with all the like school holidays and the
Yeah.
varsity holidays and everything. It's like the perfect time
And-
for us to get maximum exposure, because you must understand what we're trying to do with the
Yeah.
carnival is we are trying to present an African music experience,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that you don't just have the Zimbabweans or the South African DJs. You got guys from. We're trying to bring in guys from Nigeria. We've got Zambians involved. We've got Tswanas involved. We want to bring in the Namibians. You know, we want it to be more like a cultural experience.
Yeah.
So that the people come regardless. You know what I mean? Because every year is going to be different.
Yeah.
You can have different artists from,
Right.
from different countries. And we want to grow that. We even want to go to the extent where we've got floats going down the road. You know what I mean? Like with
Oh, yeah.
from each country.
Or like
You know
an
what I mean?
actual carnival.
Yeah, like an actual
Whoa,
carnival.
that'd be
So
nice,
that's the end goal.
Right. Yeah. So
Okay.
maybe just to move past this, because
Because you know what I wanted to ask though? I wanted to know who's on the lineup. Because since we're talking about
Everything's
people from
online,
different
you know what I mean?
because everything is online.
Yeah.
I would say just to move past that. Maybe you have one chance to give like a pitch to someone who doesn't know what the carnival is and why they should come this year. Go.
Boom.
Yeah. I mean,
No, it's. I promise you, it'll rock your socks. It'll rock your
yeah,
socks.
yeah.
In fact, if you come, don't wear socks, because if you do, they're going to get blown off.
Alright. That's cool. Mobile bar. I feel like a cocktail.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, cocktail of the day.
Anything?
Do you want
I need something as well. It seems to be quite dry out here. I don't know
Alright,
what's
so
going on.
what
Is
you
there a
drinking
drought?
so
Is
far?
there a drought?
What you drinking?
I'm drinking the red ale, which is care of the River Brewery, and
Yeah.
it's the Flying Buntu, which
Flying
is one of
Buntu,
our local
nice.
bands
Yeah.
who will be featured this at the carnival.
Yeah.
So basically, we got the last night, the Sunday night's going to be the big bands.
Okay.
So we're going to have all our bands playing on the one night,
Yeah.
and then the other nights we're going to have all these other artists like Maparisa, Gemma, and
Gemma Griffiths?
yeah,
Yeah.
and
So sorry. Do you have
Master KG.
Do you,
what,
have,
what,
do
what?
you have Gemma's number?
Nah, bro.
No,
That's
bro.
in my secret file.
But can you link him up though? Because it's been in the conversation.
Well, I'm sure when you come to the carnival, I'll introduce you.
Get your game straight. What-
Yeah, like
what-
maybe trim your beard a bit. You're looking very fluffy.
Fine, fine. Anyway,
Come on, neaten the bloody hell up.
someone like
So Brent, before the queue, we were talking about mental health. We feel like we are losing so many men because maybe COVID-19, most men are committing suicide. People are dying as mad. I feel like we're going through like a thing. You usually call
Yeah.
it a thing,
yeah.
you know?
Well, it's more than a thing.
No, he calls it a
It's a
thing.
fucking
He's got his
depressive
own
thing.
way.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
Yeah, go on.
yeah, because one of the biggest things that we talk about is that, in fact, what I was telling him yesterday was we don't have it in conversation because whenever we talk about it, it sounds so depressing.
Yeah,
It
I know
sounds
exactly.
So
You
serious.
don't want to discuss it. You don't want to say. And when you say how you doing, you always say, on fire. Bro. I'm fucking amazing.
You
what I
know,
mean?
yeah.
But really, deep down, we're all.
So
I mean, this last 2 years has been a nightmare.
how have you dealt with it?
Alcohol.
I've been dealing with it too.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel personally on my side though, when it comes to COVID has been shitty on my side though, because that's the phase where I went through my first divorce. Still the only one, by the way. Yeah.
Only first one.
Yeah. How many divorces
Well, I'm
do
two
you have
now,
though?
two
You
down.
two now.
Yep.
We have to
And I'm
illustrate-
not working on my third one. I think I've learned my lesson.
And he's stuck in a space of he's never been married before, because that's like a whole movement. And I think at the point that is in, he wants to get in a space of getting married, but everyone around him is either dying through committing suicide or getting divorced though. And
Okay, why are you talking about me? Why are you talking about me like I'm not here?
I think marriage is overrated.
No.
I mean, our sort of what am I trying to say here? Like the development of our relationships and of the way that we live our lives now has got to a level where marriage is like an outdated
Concept.
yeah. So it's almost like you don't really need to get married, but it's, if you do, because the minute you say I do, you're fucked.
But
why? But no.
wait, hold on. You can't move past that,
wait. That's a serious point. Why are you fucked?
Why are you fucked when you say?
Well, you're not really, because that's when it stops.
Yeah, because that's where they take the money.
He didn't get it.
That's where they take the money too.
No, they don't take the money. That's not what it's about. I mean, like, it starts off great and everything's good for like the honeymoon phase, like maybe 2-3 years, and then you like sort of develop your own sort of current of like.
Wow.
What
So
am I
wait-
trying to say that?
But
You develop. You stay together because you're happy and you've got children and you building the relationship and maintaining stability for your kids, which is important.
Yeah.
But you're not really happy with each other anymore. You know what I mean? There's
But how do we lose that though? Because I never grasped why this is.
what's it like? The first shot of tequila you ever had, that was amazing, right?
yeah.
After your 445th, it's not that
Yeah.
amazing, is it?
And I feel like right now I'm bad to. I told myself that maybe I'll get married at 40. I'm in my early 30s right now, and the reason why I want to do that because I have 2 twins already. I have 1 set of twins, not 2 twins. I've got
You're
2
mad,
boys.
man.
Yeah. Hey, the item is powerful. The white powder. So. I'm stuck in a space of fear. Let me be open though.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in a space of fear because I wake up in the morning. I bought the keys because the maid is coming through at 7 a.m. in the morning. I have to make sure they bathe. I have to make sure they eat their porridge. I am there literally every day in the morning.
Listen to him
I
brag
managed to-
about being a super
Yo,
dad.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not a super dad.
He's the man.
It's a phase. And I'm thinking, what if I try it now and I get screwed in the same platform? Now, what if I shoot the same goal? Now I got 4 kids at the house.
But like, I don't give a shit about what you're saying though, because I want to get married pretty soon.
Are you? You're going to?
I'm going to.
No,
get married.
he's on
No,
the
well, good
process.
luck,
He's
eh?
really in it.
But like,
Look, I'm not saying it's
the girl is
it's a
here,
bad
baby.
thing, but
Hey.
it is a constitution, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
It's
But like, I want to know, where are you now with relationships and how you treat
happy.
them? Yeah, but like, what's your
Well, I've had
concept?
2 divorces now,
Yes,
so I'm gonna get married again. I'm not interested in that
Yeah,
because it's
I mean,
it's
you
almost like your relationships hundreds until you walk down the aisle and say I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So rather keep the relationship hundreds, and if it peters out, it peters out. You know what I mean? And then if she's as understanding as you are and good friends, you can still go away. I mean, I've got my exes are all good, very good mates of mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I look after them or support them. They support me when I need advice. It's,
Yeah. You know Brighton.
Yeah.
Because me and Brighton felt like the reason why we also wanted to create this whole show, we want to really bring out the emotional side of things, whereby men don't really get that platform to be able to talk to each other and express
Right, thanks, bud.
like the integrity issues which really get us to commit suicide and stuff, is it?
Yeah.
And one of those things that lead us to that platform is how do we deal with a breakup? Because especially marriage is different just from dating a girl. We had built a life together.
you've established.
Yeah, I have went through. I would not lie it. I'm not even saying to say it in front of the camera and stuff. Brighton, you remember that time when I went through?
You went through the most, man. So yeah, it was sad. He would come to my house just to wine.
Like there was a
It
proper intervention, Brent.
Is it?
Like, yo,
Mm.
like we only see this on TV. Why are you doing it to me, though?
Yeah, I actually yeah, I put him through a thing. Like sit down, you're breaking down, dude.
Yeah.
I love you, but yeah, your alcohol intake.
No,
is-
no. How do you
That's
love
your
me, though?
45th beer in a minute. You might
No, no.
slow
How
it
do you
down
let
a
me
bit.
though express that? Because no, how?
Hmm?
How do you love me though? Because you said you love me. How?
Oh no,
A
like
lot.
No, not like that though. I know you've gone through a breakup.
No, that's not what you were
I still
telling.
play- I
That
still
was
play-
not what you were telling me.
Yeah, I
earlier.
still play for
Yo,
the
this
right.
is nice. Did you taste this?
Yeah, it's nice. It's got a little bit of a whoop,
Okay.
Yeah, so
some zesa in it, which is unusual in Zimbabwe that anything's got zesa.
yeah, man, yeah. My brother makes those. He runs a mobile bar.
Okay.
Called Royal Mobile Bar. He's been trying to do something for himself. He's just done with school and
Oh, that's cool. So, like, if you're at home and you got a few friends around, you just call him and he comes and sets a bar up and serves
but
you.
we have to pay him though.
And yeah, Jesus, that's where the shit hits the fan.
Yeah. So that depressing stuff on the side. I want to get married. As I was about to say, I want to get
Yeah.
married.
You
Anyway,
want to?
I want to. Like I think.
No,
it's a
no. The
possibility
question
because
is, have you found somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with?
I'm
Understanding
gonna say
the
I'm gonna,
rest
I'm,
of your life.
So I'm going to say two things.
There's two
Yes.
people.
No. Yes, but also
What? Wait. Yes on what? Two
yes.
people.
Like, no.
Oh.
No.
I get it. I
No.
was shocked 'cause
No.
I know
God, I love the African culture. You can have as many as you want.
No, but like, yeah, I am with someone. I'm also saying this because she's here.
Under a bit of pressure there.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think it's a really amazing concept. I've been all about commitment, and if I can.
If that's where you are with it, then you must
So-
go for it, bro. I'm not.
So here's my question. I'm still coming to
Yeah.
my question. Because you've been through it twice.
Yeah.
Can you give me like the greatest hits of your two marriages, so I can put them into one?
I promise you, my two marriages were amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kids.
My first one I had 2 kids with, and the mother of my children is an amazing woman. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? There was just like
those things that you were
it
talking
was
about.
something like yeah, you drift apart. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that happens. Okay,
Yeah.
the second one was a little bit different. Okay, she
That was
we, it
more,
was
that was more on the crazy side of things.
yeah she was yeah she was pretty wild.
The word is eccentric, guys.
No, it wasn't. It was wild.
It was wild. I hope
And
she'll
it's-
get this, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Even if she does, it's fine because she is a good person. But
And I love her too, because I met her through you, so that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be weird for me too.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you know the story. I don't know if I should be putting this on public on what actually
alright.
happened.
Anyway,
I think maybe we don't.
Yeah, we
because
don't have to.
alright.
Basically, she fell pregnant.
No, we don't have to. put
But
this
I've had a
out there.
vasectomy, so it was impossible. So we had to part our ways,
But-
and she went
Brent,
back.
I'm trying by all means to
I don't
run
give a
away from
shit.
this.
Anyway, so
So basically, yeah, we had there was a hiccup in
Yeah.
the relationship, and
All right.
obviously-
So first marriage, it was more on the family side of things. Second marriage, I think maybe it was you trying to start something new
to
and
feel young
to feel young too.
because
You-
she was much younger
yeah.
than me. Yeah.
you're
And then-
young, man.
And then
no one's gonna
I know,
like
what,
thank you very
what,
much.
what can you,
What do you want?
and then what can you pick from there though? That you might feel like, yo, these were my best qualities. I feel like.
Well, the thing is,
every
I mean,
couple
we had a
has to
lot
be
of
able
good
to-
fun together for a while,
But
and then there was
communication, I was
no
thinking
no
of
no
the lines
no
of
no.
communication.
Then the communication wasn't an issue. What happened was there was a jealousy issue.
All right.
And when there's a jealousy issue, I'm not going to a meeting, for example, or a function to try and get laid. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
going there for business.
yeah.
And then I'd get like 400 phone calls while I'm in there. She thinks that I was busy messing around.
Get it?
Meanwhile, back at the farm.
So I have a special request.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's here. I need you to say this again. When you go for a meeting and you get like 400 calls, nothing is happening.
it drives
Loud and
it's
clear.
you're insane
Yeah.
because the phone keeps ringing and you're trying to talk to
Yeah.
clients or potential clients
Yeah, yeah.
about business. So you're trying to develop your
yeah.
brand, you're trying to develop your business,
Yeah.
and then you've got this distraction the whole time. You know what I mean? And it makes you look ridiculous because it's always the same phone name that's coming up on the
yeah.
phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're saying, "Don't you have any balls? Why don't you tell her to like fuck off or like chill out?" You know? You say, "I've got balls," but they're in her hands.
You know, Brent. Sorry. You do say balls a lot.
Well, I like my balls.
Man,
You know what I was thinking though, Brighton?
yeah.
I think at this point we've made you sound natural and human, because we all go through stuff that we can't really explain in life, you know. And I'm thinking,
The word is inexplicable, man.
all right, cool. Then how do you
Good term.
how do you pull yourself to make yourself strong? Because you're dealing with brands out there. You know, you got your Econet, you got the Marathon,
Yeah.
you got the
Yeah.
Carnival.
How do you?
you got adventures on your baby, and you have to be strong to put yourself out there, because you know you have to bring the check back home. And
You see now, you asked me the question just now, and
Yeah.
that's what balls are all about. You know what I mean? You've
Yeah.
got to take the bull by the horns and go for it. You know what I mean? Because life's too short.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we want to. The whole mission. I mean, for example, the marathon. The night before the marathon, there is not one bed night, not one bedroom, one bed available in Victoria Falls. It's totally, it's chock a block.
You guys put a
When the
big-
carnival comes in, for those 3 days, you cannot get a room night.
Yeah.
It's chock a block. You know what I mean? It's like 5, 6. What's in Vic Falls now? About 6,000, 6,500 rooms.
Yeah.
I mean beds available, and
Yeah.
that's a bucket load of people. Because for marathon, you're not just dealing with the runners. You've got 4,000 odd runners, but you've got all their families and support and all
yeah.
that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, we bring that into the falls, and one of the most depressing things for me is, as much as we bring that business in, to try to get any sort of recognition and appreciation from the people who are making the money out of this
Oh yeah.
it's never given. You know what I mean, or fed. I mean, I'm ranting.
Go ahead.
No, because it makes me angry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It upsets me. I mean, the one year we sent an email to all the hotel suppliers and we said, guys, all we're asking you from your revenue that you had over the marathon is to do $1 per client per night into this. It's not for us.
Yeah.
It's for a charity organization that we wanted to support.
Okay.
That's all we asked for. Not one person responded.
No way.
I swear.
Yeah.
That's painful.
And you know, there's. I mean, I know business has been hard for everybody, and we all suffered and everything. But at the end of the day, if you don't give back, you don't get back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for a small request like that, why not?
It's just a
$1,
man.
$1, dude.
Yeah, man. Hey, now you're depressing, man.
No. Well, I'm trying to get back to that depression thing.
Yeah, because
No. You know what I mean? It's not depressing. It's just disappointing.
Because I used to work for a charity
Yeah.
organization. So when you say that, I understand why they never got paid.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I mean, we
Can I get a light?
yeah, sure, bro. We we're trying to support lots, eh?
Yeah.
Even through the carnival. We're trying to do GoFundMe's through there so that we can give back to the community. We're trying to, for the carnival, get a zero footprint
Oh yeah.
event, you know,
Yeah.
like a green event. So we're bringing guys in to measure everybody's footprint. Every single person who arrives here, yeah, what their flights, the gas, the whole thing,
That's gotta
their
be
stay, their transfers, the whole yarn, and see how can we replace that carbon footprint with like trees or there's one that I stumbled over the other night. They're doing these little burners, these little cookers
Oh, yeah.
that you can go into the communal lands
And-
and instead of the guys destroying the trees, these things are solar and they can cook your water faster than anything else.
Yeah.
So we're always exploring avenues to try and improve not just the world that we live in, but also to enhance the local communities that are involved in the area.
You're not too bad, Brent, man. You're not too bad.
Oh,
Like
thank
seriously,
you. Thank you.
really go out there to to pull moves and you make sure that they execute it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All right. We've been talking for a long time. We need to close this up. So
Right. So
when we're
Has it
discussing,
been a while?
yeah, it's been a minute.
It's like it felt like very quickly because it was so.
Yeah.
It's been so good.
Yeah, it's been long. So when we're talking about bringing you on, right? We're thinking, since you're such a fun person, we really want to put you on the spot somehow, and we came up.
Oh
with
my
a-
God, we're going for the questions now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
Can we get the shots going?
Line them up, buddy.
So the idea is, I'm going to ask you 5 questions. This is going to ask you 5 questions. If you can't answer those questions, you're going to have to take a shot.
But what is the answer? Is it yes or no?
Oh, no,
or
no,
is it,
no, it's not even a yes or no question.
Okay, so it's a,
So an example could
it can
be,
be and
I
it can be a
don't-
detailed answer.
yeah.
Okay.
So for example,
Cool. Well, I'm good at bullshitting. So bring that on.
my first question, out of all the lady executives in Victoria Falls, right? If you had the chance to date one, who would you date?
None.
No, that's not how it works. You're supposed to choose one. If you
Oh, I have to choose one
No,
lady.
you were supposed to date
one,
someone.
one woman executive in Victoria Falls.
Yeah.
Which one would be the
Out
one
of
that I think is like the
everybody.
hottest and one that I'd like to date?
Yeah, I don't know if you date people because they're hot, but I just want to know who.
No, one that's like.
But
Jeez, that's
still,
a
if you
deep.
say-
That's a deep question.
No,
The truth is not a hell of a lot of it.
Needed you to say that.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting that off.
Yeah,
so.
no, don't keep it in.
Yeah.
There's not a hell of a lot that like not get my
Brent?
boat going or my motor going or whatever,
That's
but my
done.
yeah,
We ju- we
I
just- we just
I
need
need
like
to
a
shut the
direction.
hell up.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Right. $1 million.
Yeah.
Blessing me and you. Can you punch him in his face?
For $1 million.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd punch you in the face.
So that's what I told you you'd say. Like, I would punch anyone for $1 million.
$1 million? Jeez, like,
Like, I
I'll
would
walk around town and punch everybody. Hopefully they won't punch me back.
Yeah. If you were dying today, depressing question, who's the first person you'd call? You
my,
just found out that you're dying today.
my son or my daughter. Yeah. Both of them.
One person.
No.
One. Well,
Yeah,
they are both one.
Why?
Well, most probably my daughter.
Why?
If there was the call on it, but I love my kids so much,
Yeah.
and I support them a hell of a lot. Like I'm always there for them, and if I'm gonna die, then that's the person that I'd like to know that I'm about to clock out.
Okay, that was a depressing question, but
it's a fair.
it was more exciting when I thought about it.
already?
It sounded.
Then it actually came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a hard one, eh? I mean, because there's a lot of people I'd like to call,
Yeah.
mainly myself. Have a chat to myself. What happened there?
All right. 4th question. If you were going to be locked up in a prison, what would you rather have? Cigarettes, alcohol, or internet?
Or girls?
Is in prison.
It has to be internet.
Without a cigarette?
No.
Pornhub.
So yeah, man.
That was nice, actually. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I think for today, man. If we could have you for hours, we would. But I mean, you have to go back home for our sanity, that is.
Yeah, not just for yours.
Yeah, but thank you so much for coming.
It's been a pleasure, man.
coming
It's
around.
really been good to be here. I appreciate what you guys are doing
Yeah. But-
because your heart's on the right place, eh?
yeah,
And
thank you so
you're
much.
driving it, yeah, and that's what it's about. It's
Yeah.
what's in here, bro.
Before you go, you had promised us backstage passes for the carnival. Is that true? Is that true?
There's a break in communication. Are you on network?
Anyway, so thank you so much for coming. I mean, you're such an inspiration, regardless of what you think of yourself. An amazing person.
Thank you very much.
You're
Uh,
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and
It's a blessing to be around your space and your mind. We are lucky to be living in this world whereby God decided to bring you in this scenario. Whereby
Well, he
you
didn't actually. I
live-
got kicked out of the UK and came home.
But anyway,
No, but I love you guys and I thank you very much. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Keep doing what you're doing.
we will.
So before we,
know that.
before we even set it off, thank you to the guys that sorted out the beers.
Yeah, thanks, guys. River
yeah.
Brewery.
River Brewery.
And you guys for all the work that you've done behind the cameras and everything. Appreciate
River
it.
Brewery. We love this. This is amazing. Royal Bar.
There's the boys from the Royal Mobile Bar. If you want to get in touch with the Royal Mobile Bar, the contact are probably somewhere on the bottom here.
We also have Z Marketing.
Yeah, for the
We're
tea.
looking
For the
sexy right
t-shirts,
now.
yeah.
You know, I think today
You're looking golden.
Yeah,
Z
so
Marketing. Check out also the numbers on the descriptions. Are so amazing. They do this product on their own, fam.
yeah.
And like in an hour or something. you're
Yeah,
done
yeah,
with
in
it,
an hour.
which is impressive.
They,
Yeah.
they do deliveries. It's so amazing.
And remember, if you want to win cheese, because we're working with
Oh,
the cheese man.
cheese
Ah,
and
which
and
cheese have we
yogurt.
got?
Cheese man in
Yeah,
the
that's
Trebles
white
next
Cheese
to-
man. Oh yeah, no, that.
Yeah, next to
yeah,
Licorama. So
they make nice
yeah,
cheese.
Brighton is going to be responsible on how do people win it.
So if you want to win the cheese, you're going to have to tag as many people on, in the comment section. I keep on saying below here, but there's nothing.
Well, it is down there.
There's a comment section down there. Do tag as many people. Whoever tags the most people can go to the cheeseman. We'll contact you. You can go to the cheeseman shop. You can choose whatever cheese you like. We have what cheese?
Have
do
they
we
got those big blocks there? Because that could be quite expensive with the cheese.
No, they're not giving the big blocks there. Right? They're giving this little size.
White Golden and
the type of
Kefalos.
Right.
Yeah.
that's the yogurt. And then also thank you to Inkindaba and Tolink.
Yeah, Inkindaba. This is where we are. We're shooting at Inkindaba Guest House. If you want to know how you could leave here for the carnival, because it's going to be so long. What is
You
leave?
better get in there and book now because
Yeah.
it's filling up. I mean,
Yeah,
our ticket sales are 50% ahead of where we were at any time
And that's-
in any event before. All we had the early bird specials.
Yeah.
All of those are gone. So it's now kak and batal, bro.
We're going to get to the fact that people need to get their tickets.
Yeah.
However, whatever he said is minus our backstage passes. Over in-
I have no idea what he's talking about.
so yeah,
You'll get media passes. I told you that.
yeah,
And obviously that allows you to mingle with the Gemma.
Girlfriend is
How did we know that on there?
I knew you. Anyway,
Right.
finally, please do go online, get your Big Falls Carnival tickets. It's going to be amazing. I feel like it's
Yeah.
okay. It's always been amazing for
But
me.
this is the best show. Different venue, fam.
Yeah.
Bigger venue.
It's I promise you, and the venue is so conducive to what we want to produce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're trying to set up more like Elephant Hills as being the VIP area because they've come in as our partners as well.
That's nice.
So we want to literally book out in the future the whole of Elephant Hills Hotel will be the VIP section.
Wow.
And then there will be access into the VIP directly below the hotel, while everybody else will, because we're running transport and everything. We're going to be running buses
Yeah.
around the town to pick up
so
people and
airport
bring them in.
transfers to and from.
Yeah,
everything
airport
sorted out.
transfers. If you're buying the package, it's included.
yeah.
But if you in town, for example, for the event,
Yeah.
we will be running buses around town, like every 30 minutes or so, to pick up people and drop at the
See?
carnival
That
and
makes
then
it
bring them
easy
back,
to travel from point A to point B.
and to get home.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about cars because obviously when it's a little bit out of